What up, what up, what up, what up? What's happening, everybody? It's your man, Dame DNYDC, host of the Two Mics Up podcast. Thank you all for your prayers. Pray for Dame has worked. I made it. I made it safely through the week. All 10 fingers, all 10 toes. I still got my body parts. And we're back today with with a continuation of last week's conversation. Lise, last week was fun. We had a great time. I want to thank you coming up with a great idea in our meetings, and I thought it went very well. And I know throughout the week I've received so many prayers and blessings, and I've made so many new friends. And I just want to know, are you ready? Like I'm ready for tonight because we got a secret weapon,
Yeah,
hanging around.
yeah, yes.
You
Like I
know.
said, come on, people, come on in. Let's get in here tonight. Gonna be good. And listen, if you was here last week, we're gonna pray in advance for Dame. We're not gonna wait. Hey, Sarika, we're not gonna wait for Dame to do what we know he's going to do. We're gonna just go ahead and put prayers up right now. Hey, Monica, we praying early for Dame today. Hey, Chanel, we praying
Okay.
early. If you were here last week and you know what happened. We're not going to be candid. Looks like he survived.
I'm
But
here.
so what we're going to do is we're going to pray for Dame. Hey, Sarita. Hey,
Yeah.
guys. We're going to pray for Dame
Yeah.
early because tonight's show is going to be good. We're talking about sex. It's a grown folk conversation. Um, and we have a special guest. Hey,
Yeah.
Cliff. We got
What's
a
up, family?
special guest. So we're
Mm-hmm.
excited. We're gonna wait for all of you guys. Look, hashtag pray for Dame. Pray for Dame. Hashtag pray for Dame early. We gonna lay
Right.
hands on the shunning and
Right.
on
Cause
him and his mouth.
man, I never look. I need all of the prayers. Yeah, Big Dave, I appreciate you, my brother, because I need all the prayers that I can get. Because
Right.
I can kind of go sideways. So I'm going to ask, those of you, if you are on Facebook or if you are sharing a stream with someone, we may not see your comments, and I really hate um, not to be able to have everyone's comments in the chat and to be a part of our discussion tonight. If you have a moment, we're going to give you a moment. If you want to head over to our YouTube channel, Two Mics Up, all one word, you can join us there live. I want to make sure that we get as many folks in on the comments and as part of the conversation tonight. So grab your drinks. I don't know. Some of you got your candles. I don't know if tonight's a date night for you, and this is the precursor to the movie, to your Netflix and chill, whatever it's going to be. Go ahead, grab your drinks, and just get comfortable. And we're gonna jump in a few minutes. Like I said, we want to allow you all to come in. And it's good seeing everybody's comments. We before we actually get started, and
Yeah.
while we're waiting, I just want to take a moment to shout out a couple of our sponsors who have been a part of Two Mics Up and been supporting us through this journey. Our friends at Next Level Keys, Riddick Entertainment, and TD3 Insurance Agency. They've been rocking with us. I just want to highlight Next Level Keys is a full service credit card repair firm. They offer optimal service, and they really want to help you get to that next level. Whether that be qualifying for a mortgage or getting a new car, you can contact Quan Ellis at Next Level Keys or support at nextlevelkeys.com. Our friends over at Riddick Entertainment. Riddick Entertainment is a multifaceted event management firm based here in Northern Virginia. Whether designing weddings or milestone celebrations, Riddick Entertainment's detailed creativity and precision event planning will give you a truly meaningful and memorable experience. You can reach them at riddickent.com. And last but not least, TD3 Insurance Agency, brand new here to Woodbridge. TD3 Agency protects and covers all your insurance needs from auto, home renters, motorcycles, commercial, specialty, and life insurance. TD3 is licensed here in the DMV, North Carolina, and New York. See a few more comments. See a few more people have joined us. Uh, Yvette, Boy, these prayers. Thank you, Yvette. I'm
Hey,
gonna
that's
need
my
them.
bestie. Hey,
All right.
Stu. Hey,
Well, how you
E.
doing, bestie?
Yeah, we praying,
Hey,
girl.
Nika. What's happening, fam? Thank you for joining us, sis. Yeah, with prayers up. So, without further ado, I think we allowed everybody to start and getting settled. At least again, I'm going to credit you with tonight's special guest. And we had some fun before coming on tonight. I think, and I'm gonna let our special guest talk about it. Somebody almost had a prison charge slapped on them, by one of these entities. But I'm gonna let her, introduce herself to our audience before we get started tonight. We're gonna bring her in. You know, good evening, young lady. How you doing?
Hey, sweetie.
My
Uh,
God.
Yes.
Hey, you know what? I just appreciate, like you said, my girl Lisa. You know what, girl? You are my sis. That Virgo thing, we
We
are there.
here. We
It's
here.
there. Yes, and because of that, Dame, you in the crosshairs, baby. So
hey,
Dame,
hey,
all in love. It's all
don't
in
worry about it, Sheree. You know how we get down. I'm built for this. And like
absolutely,
my man Cliff say,
absolutely.
I'm gonna talk like I did last week. I probably will need an insurance policy, life policy, whatever. But I'm built for this. It's Taurus season, baby. We
Yo,
built
so
for
you
this.
coming straight out the gate. You didn't learn nothing from last week.
Yo, I'm a Taurus. We don't learn nothing. We just tear up
It's
shit. We
hard
just
headed.
tear up shit. Yeah, we
Now
just
see,
talk and tear up shit. That's what we do.
now
Yeah.
see, that's
So,
not good. Cause see, Virgo and Taurus are compatible.
oh no, they are. Look,
Mm-hmm.
no, no. Look, this is why Lisa and I really get down like the
Yep.
way that we do. We feed off each other. The energy is natural. Um, same with you. Hey, tell him, Shell.
Hey,
Taurus season in the
Cal.
building.
Happy
But
birthday.
it's all in good fun.
Yeah.
It's all in good nature. And yeah, exactly. So I'm going to sit back. I don't have my seatbelt on right now, and it's safe here in my sitting space because my partner hasn't made it to the area yet. So I got a few minutes to talk some free shit. So where would you where would you ladies like to start tonight?
Okay,
Well,
before I get started, before somebody say, "Well, who is she to say what she's
what
saying?"
was you
Let
gonna
me
say?
just say this and put this disclaimer out there. I have been an independent salesperson for a toy line for the last 7 years.
Okay.
So along with that comes a lot of training. I also have a degree in social psychology and human behavior. So I've done a little research. I'm doing a little studies, and I'm also, doing some other things to educate myself. So everything I say, number one, is not based on myself unless I say so,
Okay.
and number two, is try to keep it in generalities as we speak because we can't speak for all. So,
Right.
Okay.
Fair enough.
all right.
Well,
Well,
look.
you know what
Well, I'm
I
going to
call
say it.
you. You know this. I've known this lady for a minute now. We vibe, and I'm gonna just put it out there. That's our self-proclaimed sexologist,
Yep.
and
Yep.
we gonna speak freely on
Yep.
today's episode of Two Mics Up, talking about sex.
That's
So
right.
I'm gonna just put it out there. Listen, I don't have any inhibitions. The only one thing that I have a problem with is because I'm a woman of a particular size, is don't grab my rolls like they handlebars, and hold on to that there because I feel a kind of way, about that. So that's me, and that's my that's my truth. You know what I'm saying? I know it's a lot of brothers out there, that they doing everything with the rose toes and everything else. But listen here, don't hold on to my rolls. That's all
But
I'm saying.
All I'm going to say, I'm going to slide this here to the side for a second.
okay, but see, Lisa, see, I know you say you don't like, the hold on to the handlebars as you call them. But listen, what if him holding on to the handlebars, your partner, is what excites him? Then
Ding, 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 ding. One for Shireen. Yep. Uh huh.
I'm just saying, so you gotta, even though that may be an uncomfortable thing for you, for him, it might be the sexiest thing about you that he likes.
Okay, but then don't just jump on the handlebars. Let me know. You know what I'm saying? Give me a
What?
precursor
Well,
that
we gotta have a safe word. We gotta have a safe word first.
no, listen. We all should have safe words because you don't know how I feel about it. So you know
Oh,
what I'm
okay.
saying? I can appreciate that you may like it and that may be something, but don't lift up my stomach when I'm on top, all that. Don't hold on to the handlebars, don't remind me. You know what I'm saying?
But I mean, if you gonna get it, if you gonna get it, you gonna get it, right? And if that's something that, look, most men like holding on to roles, and they like pulling and pushing with the pressure, because that's stability.
That's
You
it.
know, that's where you want to get that force. You talking about you want to get your back blown out. Well, we got to hold on sometimes to blow your back out. I mean, come on, right? Exactly. Safe word, saddle up, Cliff. Exactly, saddle up. Something I don't know, but I mean, that's part of the excitement and the thrill. Like, I look. I'm sorry, I've nothing against petite women. There's not, and this is just me speaking. There's not much to you can grab onto,
Right.
and that's not exciting to me. You want that?
Exactly.
You want to
Okay,
hold that,
I could
and you
appreciate
get
that.
that. You get that. And you walk
I
around with
don't
your
know.
legs wobbly.
No, Dan.
What
What
is
the
that?
what the
What is
fuck is
that?
that? No,
I
I don't
mean,
know.
you gonna get all that D all up in there. Your back's gonna be crooked. Your legs gonna be shaking. You gonna be sweating profusely, and you gonna turn around and you gonna look like, damn, this motherfucker right here. I love this motherfucker. I mean, that's where it comes from, right? Yeah, yeah. Cause
Okay,
okay, y'all might not be doing this, but y'all be holding on to them sheets in the bed real tight. Your knuckles be all red and shit. Like, you know what I'm talking about.
But listen, all the time that you holding on, it don't always mean good. Okay.
Okay. Well, all right. Let me back up then. Could you?
I'm just saying.
Because now you
Well,
okay.
and that
Now I'm
and
gonna
that
leave
and
you.
that is true because sometimes it's
It's painful.
and
Sometimes she just taking it just for you. Sometimes, listen, it can be a whole lot of reasons somebody holding on to them sheets, baby. That's all I'm saying. When they hold on to them sheets, it can be a few reasons.
Well,
That,
then maybe y'all need a safe word. I mean,
hurry the
you
hell
know.
up. Now look,
now, see. Now you
I'm
don't open
only
up a whole.
playing. I just do a joking. I'm just saying.
Nah, I'm just. Yeah, right. Thank you, Yvette. I'm just keeping it real because y'all know how y'all get sometimes. Y'all turn around and y'all look. Y'all like this. That same.
no, this is true. No, I'm not saying. I'm just saying that there are several times where holding sheets can mean different things. You understand? I'm just saying.
And then it could be, because sometimes it's like she said, it could be painful or someone is bigger than you can, you know, take as a woman,
Handle in that position, right?
Well,
Exactly.
right?
okay. All right. So
Or
hold on.
the rhythm
Hold
is
on.
off and you just
Because I'm
Okay.
going to.
the
I'm
rhythm,
going.
the rhythm now, if you mess up the rhythm, I'm gonna do a timeout. I'm not gonna hold the streets. I'm not gonna pretend because at this point, ooh, look at the time, look at the time.
That's when y'all start looking for your booty bag and everything that y'all brought. Y'all start collecting your shit in the room. I mean, time to go.
I'm just
Listen.
we being honest. That's it.
You
Just
know,
like
and I'm going to ask a real. It's going to be kind of ignorant because you said something so like something that a size that you're not accustomed to.
it's
Okay.
not accustomed to. It's something that may be, some men are extremely large, and
Okay.
some,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
So, because this is the first time I'm being honest, because
you
most of the time
yeah.
women tell you like the bigger the better.
No,
No,
that is true. But sometimes the
no,
bigger
it's
is
not.
not the better. So when we say bigger the better, we trying to say that we don't, want anything like this. But I mean, King Kong, King, that stuff with the hook and it's this long and it look abnormal and stuff like that. Nah, I'm not trying to
Listen,
be a
amen.
people. I'm not
Just
trying to
like,
be a people's champion. I'm not
Okay.
doing that.
but the just like you was just saying, like with men, men have different penis sizes. Well, guess what? Women's parts look different
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
just like y'all see that difference in women, we see that difference in men.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no. Well, I mean, you ain't preaching because I mean, women. Man, I hope I don't get in trouble for this.
You already in trouble. We already prayed for you, Dame. Go on.
Because I want to say this as nicely as possible. Because some women boxes is not comfortable. Like
That's
That's
it's just
correct.
not enjoyable.
right.
And you would think that I don't want to say you think all would be good, but some is just like horrible. Like, how do I get out of this?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah. So
Yes.
everything. I mean, and it's a different feel for everybody. Listen, tread lightly, bro. But it's just the same thing for women. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Women are built differently. Some are built, tighter, wider, you know, longer, shorter. It's just a difference in all. So it's not a one size fit all. So if it doesn't feel good to you, it may feel good to someone else, and then someone else may be able to handle a larger endowed man, whereas another female would not be able to enjoy that.
But see,
okay.
a lot of times men who have, larger penises, as they get older, they tend to have a little bit more difficulty, becoming erect, fully
Uh,
erect.
Mm-hmm.
So that's also,
Interesting.
so that
That
thing can work in its glory when you in your 20s, honey. You better ride that thing till you can't ride it no more, and 30s, perhaps, and
uh,
40s. But when listen, it's another
no,
story.
I get it.
Listen, like I said, I have my safe word. I'm not trying to be the people's champ. I know my limit.
Okay. So just in another one, and I'm not gonna say who sent this question. This was a conversation that I had prior
Okay.
to this. So anal, like how like some women prefer anal, some don't. And me as a man, that's never been high on my to do list.
Mm-hmm.
But what is it? Because I don't know what the sensation. I'm not asking you to share like you guys know. What I know, women talk a little more freely than men. What is that experience? Or I mean, is it the same sensation? Is it more erotic, or has that ever been discussed in your circles you've been around, Shireen?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I have some girlfriends who will talk about it, and I have some who will fall flat on the floor and don't want to have no kind of conversation about it at all. So, I mean, and then again, some clients also.
Mm,
So, but anal sex, it's that too is going to be different for everybody. Your
mm,
experiences with it are going to be different. It's really going to depend on your partner. Um, if either one of you are more experienced, then the first time may probably be more successful than if
mm,
the two of you are both inexperienced. And
mm,
not to say that you can't do it, because it's just like, regular sex. It's just, I mean, vaginal intercourse, but it's just because, the anal muscle, you have to use lube. Uh,
mm.
it's a different, yeah, it requires a lot more patience.
Okay, yeah. I don't know. That was just one of those we had to kind of.
Women
Yeah,
do
and a
anal
lot of men.
orgasm.
What is it, Shireen? I'm sorry.
I said women do have. Well, I know some women do have anal orgasms
Mm,
from anal sex.
Anal
yeah,
orgasm.
yeah.
Yes.
Because right now
I
I'm
guess
sitting
I'm
here.
not as I guess I'm not as grown as I guess I'm not as grown as I think I am. Okay.
Right.
Anal
Well,
orgasm.
I'm
Hmm.
gonna go back to Monica because I'm with Monica on that one. I believe that that's an off ramp from the highway. I don't think that's a on ramp to the freeway. So I'm gonna have to agree with Monica on that one. This baffles me, but that was a conversation. One of the guys that I know, so we was gonna be having this conversation, just kind of threw it
Because
by
you know
me.
what? when you talk about porn, because it's
Thanks, Cliff.
this is the thing too. Like, um, a lot of times when you people look at porn, they see that. So sometimes people want to emulate what they see, and
Good
Right.
point.
it's not exactly gonna be like that when
Mm.
you do it yourself. But nonetheless, that doesn't mean they don't want to try. So I mean, and again, it's to each his own. Is it a different feeling? Yes, it is, because it's a different area of your body, so it's going to provide a different sense.
Mm.
So, I mean, you have to ask men, like when you talk to men
What?
about using anal toys, like anal beads on men, most of them are like,
Wait. Yeah, I'm sorry. Look, my ass get tight just thinking about it. Like, I'm sorry. You talking about beads going where? Hell to the nah, nah, nah. But that's just me. Like I tried a lot of things in my life, but that, my friend, was not one of them. Exactly, Cliff. Exactly. Eyes up and everything. Like, you talking to me? I
but
know you ain't talking to me.
so like we were talking about toys. So what if that's something that your partner wanted to introduce into your marital your relational situation?
Oh,
But wait. Introduce toys or the because
Well, see, anal beads are a toy.
right.
So,
Okay. So that's on that subject. Okay. Yeah, I have no experience. So I'm going to sit here and mind the business that pays me.
okay.
I
Well,
don't know
look.
about that come out
So
your
here's the
school.
thing. My wife and I have been together for a long time. We've been together for a long time. Now, I would seriously think, not even I think, I know Lisa or somebody, Cliff, somebody would become scooping my ass up off the floor if I came in here on some random shit with some beads, some type of oil, or some type of thing to go into one of her orifices without talking to her first.
Yeah, that has
And
to be a conversation.
right. So even with that though, and I'm trying to, like I said, we've been together a long time, 20 plus years. I don't even know how I would even enter in that conversation. For one, if I even got enough juice in me, because I got to be drunk. I probably got to be drunk as hell or high on something to uh never mind. Well, we can just
She
scratch no
said
beads.
no
We right,
beads.
she's no beads. We can
You
take
drunk
that.
with
We can
that
take
shit.
it. Right.
So now move on to the next toy. What about just sexual toys? What about toys like not beads? We done with the beads because I don't think anyone is mature enough. Look, Anna said time to law.
Yeah. I think I
Anna,
scarred my child.
you
My
grown
child is really
now,
gonna be like, "Who's this guy?"
okay,
Yeah.
so if you don't want to do beads, what about clitoral stimulators?
Okay. Well, now you've piqued my attention. Let me go ahead and give you a solo layout. So, could you care to speak on that a little bit further?
he goes.
Because you have toys that are specifically designed for just clitoral stimulation. Now you can use it other places, but it's specifically designed for clitoral stimulation, so you can have it on your clit while you're having sex at the same time, or
Mm,
beforehand, during, after. So I mean, it can help your partner. If your partner was down there, you can do some little alternating thing. It can be him, then her, or her, and then the toy. So um, because oftentimes, introducing toys, people think it's a replacement of their partner, and it's not.
mm.
It's just to add something, something like you said, some excitement, some fun, something new to it. And the fun in it is the mistakes that y'all make or the jokes that you make, because that's what intimacy is with your person. So,
I give you that because that you touched on something. I'm just going to speak from the male, because that I mean, getting older, I think
mhm,
might be more in tune to trying that. But when you're younger, that's like an ego thing.
right,
It's for a man. It's like an ego and stamina and like you saying that my piece of equipment don't work.
right,
So
right.
how do you? How, what at least I see you like you kind of look like no, but
Yeah,
what?
because then you miss out on the fun talking about your. It's not. It has nothing to do. That's the problem with men. It has nothing to do with your replacement. It has nothing to do with your equipment not working. We just say it. We adding on to it, spicing it up, adding a little paprika on it. You know what I'm saying? And we about to be, and you can enjoy it too because it doesn't necessarily have to be just for her. That piece of equipment that Shireen is talking about will also be enjoyable for you too in your genital area.
Absolutely.
While you're being pleased by your women, you have a double stimulant going on. So it's just a sensation, a stimulant, an extra stimulant. It doesn't have anything to do with
Yeah.
replacement.
Okay. I mean, like I said, right now, like, you know, right, nigga, with the paprika, she's sprinkling the paprika, exactly. And I'm kind of with you, like Monica. Like I said, at a even at a more mature, more fine wine age right now, I like part of me, like I'm for it if my wife for it now. Don't get me twisted. And Lisa, you did throw in a word in there. You put a plurals on your women. You put women's, and that just get men excited when you put plurals and thing on there, like making it think like there's gonna be another woman involved. But even though I know that that's not gonna be the case,
What?
um,
What? Where did you go just now?
Where
well,
did you go?
well, in your response, you have put a plural on. You have put a plural on what you said, and I just
It
happened to
took
catch
your
it.
brain to the left.
It
Well,
took
hell
you
yeah, because
all the way to two women, girl, all the way.
you see how simple that is. Do you see how easy that happens? You put plurals on things for you put women, you make it women's, and men just with like we just double. I'm gonna be quiet because I see this
Yeah,
last comment.
we're gonna need you to come
Pray. All right, so I
focus. Pray for Dame, y'all. We
yeah.
need you to say another Shanana because you just took a whole porno left. Like, what are you even
See,
talking
What
okay,
you?
but now that he say that, so let's ask this. So are couples more inclined to have two women when you have a menage a trois? Would it be two women and a man or two men and a woman?
Yeah, I'm not mature enough for that. And
Well.
I mean, if I had to answer the question, because I don't know if I can you see me now,
Monica boy,
right? I'm
Monica,
trying to
Monica.
keep them focused.
Man,
Look,
that
I don't know, to be honest, Shireen, if I'm mature enough for that. And I just say that because I don't knock what people do in their own bedroom. You
Right.
know what I mean? But I don't know if I'm mature enough. But if I had to answer the question, it would have to be I don't want another woman. So, you know,
Two
that's
men.
not gonna work for me. Yeah,
So
but two men sound like a lot
uh,
of work. Like, what am I gonna do? Like, what's gonna happen? Like, I need, I need some rules. Like,
right. See,
I don't know. I don't know if I'm even mature enough for that. I don't think I'll be able to handle that. Like a menage a trois. But I'll let
then
Dame go because he's
yeah.
itching to
no,
get back.
hey. Well, first of all, before I put myself on punishment, and I want to go back here to Cliff because Cliff hit it on the head. First of all, I can't tell you what I won't do
Okay.
if I wasn't married. Now, let's preface this here. We're right. If I wasn't married, I tell you what I won't do. And even if I was, well, if my wife was different, I still wouldn't. I tell you what I won't do.
Yeah, I'm not
Now,
mature.
in another life of mine that I've lived, uh,
I'm not gonna
this
be able to.
there was this film, right? And in the film, uh, two
Were you in
women.
the film? Were you
Was
in the
he?
film?
See
See,
what
did you?
happened was
I'm gonna
So
need somebody out there to Google. I'm gonna need somebody out there to Google Puerto Rican Pappy. I'm gonna need somebody to Google ice cream, icy man.
I'm just saying, this was in my mind, yeah. I mean, definitely. I mean, what man does not want to have the pleasure to women?
So you
Like,
couldn't do two men and a woman?
excuse me,
You would.
Shireen, you breaking up? You in the tunnel? Shireen, hello, can't hear you. Shireen, I love you. Said hell no, no. I'm sorry. That I mean, no,
I,
hell no.
I'll
Ain't no
wait
way in
till it's
hell.
over.
But
I'll
I,
wait till it's
you
over
know, I'm
with it.
talking premarital days, back when you had that video. You know, that first volume. With,
Okay, well, so before Google and uh, all this social media, there's things that stay ingrained in people's minds, right?
No, what is it? VHS? Is it a VHS tape?
Nah, look, I can tell you right now, there ain't shit of me in circulation. I'm just saying though, like there's certain things that stay imprinted in your mind, and man, I was great at one time in another life, and not documented, not on film.
God.
right.
Okay.
But there's no way, even in that movie, this was like late '80s, early '90s. In this movie though, there was no sword fighting going on, even with another woman. Wasn't none of that.
But
Well,
see, that's the thing though. If it's a woman and two men, the two men don't have to touch. Yeah, everybody
well,
thinking that, but it doesn't have to happen. The woman is going to control that atmosphere.
now look, I'm gonna be honest with you. Oh
You
man,
back on Zillow? You back on
yeah.
Zillow?
It's a good thing. It's a good thing. I know this. We got the same realtor. She might help me out. Um, Nah, those can be greedy though. You know what I'm saying? And like, I'm selfish. And I don't want to be sharing with nobody else. First of all, so that's why I know that really don't work for me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's why I don't think I'm mature enough either.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
But
especially not with another woman. I don't
I
think.
mean, I watch two women, or that might be a good start to build to that next level.
what about two men?
Hell no, my TV broke. I'm sorry. Like I'm sorry. And it's nothing against it. I mean, look, love is love, and sexuality comes in different forms and things like that.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
I have
Abs-
nothing against that, but that's not what gets my juices flowing.
I think if heterosexual men watch gay men and found themselves being turned on, they would not really know how to respond to those feelings. And so that's why I think they don't watch it.
Okay, you know what, Shireen?
Yes.
I'm gonna ring the bell and get 200%. And I'm just being honest.
Yeah.
As a straight male, you probably not even you probably I would agree with you on that sentiment. And I don't want to say they. I don't want to negate, but they may be more in tune with that I guess form of sexuality, if I'm saying it right. Like they're more in tune with those parts of their body and that sensitivity, and they don't have a lot of the machismo that maybe straight men feel. We have this thing built up in our mind that you have to be sexually when you're with a woman. So you're probably right
But
on that.
everything that you just said, there are probably some gay men who think just like you think, but they only like men.
Mm,
See what I mean?
mm,
Because just because of the fact of watching the act, and the act is, what gives you feelings, if you will, that you're uncomfortable with, then I think is, because we're all the same inside out. Men and women, we
right.
have different biological parts. However, stuff still works the same. So, and that's what I mean. It's just better understanding what you see, and whatever that makes your body respond the way it does. You can replicate that with your partner, but you just have
Mm.
to be open to doing that. And a lot of times people aren't, because they can't get past it being, for two men sometimes, or two women, or other cases, and anything else in between.
Hmm. Good point.
Do you think that people honestly living up to their sexual potential, or you think that people are still have inhibitions because the way that we are not supposed to, close
Yeah.
minded in that way?
Listen, I think life teaches us all. When you go back to whatever, if you were, I'm gonna use this word because I don't know what other word to use. But if you were blessed enough to be able to choose when you wanted to become sexually active, because we know for a lot of people walking around this world, that choice was taken from them by some other people,
Mm,
through some violent ways.
right.
So, sometimes because of that, they respond differently to, sex or sensuality or sexuality than somebody who went through life having a choice of when they wanted to share their body. So you have to take that into context too. Sometimes when people say people out here being reckless, or what, like we always say, you don't know nobody's story until you know their
Mm,
story. So
Right,
true.
right, right.
so
So
yeah.
true.
So I mean, it's just, I think people just express their sexuality or sensuality um through their life experiences. So if you have a good partner, then yeah. But if you have a partner that all y'all want to do is lube it up and lick it and stick it, then that's all you know until you know something
Mm,
different. So I'm just saying, yeah.
Yeah, well,
okay.
It,
that is
Well,
true, because you do, as you get, go on through life and you
mm,
have different sexual encounters, you do start learning a little bit more, as you go along. You have,
right,
you build up, and you know what you really like if you let go of those inhibitions, and where to be touched and all of that stuff.
but see,
well,
how do you learn that if you've been in a long-term marriage? Because then you
I
don't have.
don't know. I
mm.
can't answer that. Dave?
um. So, Monica, I'm gonna come back to your question because I think that is a good point. Um.
Okay.
So, I mean, I think being married, and I think all marriages are different on different levels, where you connect,
Right.
how long you've been together, the things that you've been through, the things that you shared. I can only say for me, I just think, not even I think I know, my wife and I are very open. I think we're both crazy in the sense of fun and good natured. And because we've experienced a lot of different things, both separate of each other and together,
Right.
I know not to bring any surprises, and I think she would do the same for me. But if we were looking to spice things up and different things that we've done,
Hmm.
we've been at. I mean, we've had parties together. We've won
Right.
sex toys and things like that. So we're looking at each other. We'll go home. We'll have a conversation about trying these things and
Right.
trying them together. And I think that's the smart thing to do.
Yeah.
Like you said, I'm not going to just come in and just flip her over and start sticking and licking and prodding and poking in places that I don't normally do. So I think you have to be careful, and I think that's how you move, as you progress, and it kind of ties into kind of what Monica was saying. One's sexuality or sexual desires, they can change,
Right.
and I say that from my own experience and my wife, and there's no judgment there, but again, it's how do you approach it,
Right.
and how do you express that to your partner? I think too, though, again, is the tricky part. Is no judgment here, but I think it can become a judgment. I think for someone in my situation after 20 plus years, and I go off the deep end with my sexual desires that have changed so much. I think not even I think I know my wife would be looking at me like, "Yo, what's wrong with you, or what happened to you?" And I think that's a fair statement from her, and then it'd be up to me to try to explain, like to try to get her
Well,
into that
well,
lifestyle.
okay. So I'm gonna throw this out there to you one time. I know of some people who are married and have been married for double-digit years.
Mhm.
However, um, whenever he has an orgasm, he will not do it inside of his wife.
Uh, uh,
And
For,
that
afraid of what, for her to get pregnant, or is it a fertility issue? Like what is the
Yeah,
reason behind?
that's kind of that was kind of the fear. Yes, he was because if she's not going to do anything and he's not going to do anything, then y'all just free balling. You know what I
Mm,
mean? As you should, as a married couple. But I mean, you
mm-hmm.
do what y'all do, whatever is y'all's business.
Say,
I mean, that's just the case. Like you were just saying, this is something that the she desired for him to do, but he was like, nah, I can't do it because,
I mean, and I mean, I
this
get the
is like
fertility thing,
Bridgerton.
huh?
right? Sound like some Bridgerton shit, right? Like,
That's what happened on Bridgerton. Bridgerton sound like Bridgerton.
I mean, I don't know, like one of those, like, okay, maybe. I mean, I know you can get pregnant anyway, whether it be one time you reach climax or the third time. But I mean, okay, wear condom or, uh, I mean, I don't know
There's no other
if that's what.
choice. Con pull out if it's about
Right. I
having a
mean, that's because, but I mean, if that's what your wife want,
That's what I'm
I'm
saying. That is
I'm all about. Well, let's go ahead and fulfill these needs and these deeds. Let's go ahead and get it.
but I'm saying, but see, if he's standing strong in how he believes, and she, and they have this situation, but she wants to feel that part of her husband, but
Shoot.
how and you've asked this for years.
You ain't gotta give me all you gotta do is give me the green light one time.
So that's
listening.
something.
One time, green light.
But after so many years of marriage, right? You would think that you would have to, at some point, I'm guessing, to kind of spice it up a little bit, a little role play, a little, different this, or maybe add in some toys or some other kind of stimuli, right? I mean,
Mhm.
because Eddie Murphy said, "You want same old crackers? Same old crackers? Same old crackers? These are salty. These are."
um,
You
I'm
would
just saying,
think.
you
I'm just saying. I'm not putting you on the spot, Dame. There's a lot of married couples in the audience, but I'm just
no.
Yeah.
saying that you would think that you would spice it up just a bit.
So so you bring up a very good point because and it's funny, well not funny, but I mean it's great that you bring it up because so I'm not honestly me as a man, I'm not a role playing guy and I'm not a lingerie type guy. I'm more of the preference. Like I love my wife the way that the Lord made her in her natural beauty. Like I tell her all the time, like you could save all of that, Victoria's Secret money. We could put that somewhere else.
But
You
what
can
if
come out.
her feel some kind of way?
No, and you know what, Shereen, though, you're right. So we've had this conversation. Like I know as a woman, it makes her feel sexy. And
Hmm.
it makes her feel sexy for me. And so again, we've learned over the years to compromise. I'll go ahead and give it 5 minutes.
You got
Five,
two
right.
point two.
Exactly, Dave. You know how they bucket naked. I just want to bucket naked everywhere. I'm just gonna keep it real. So I'll do the 5 for 6 minutes, and we gonna just remove it. I don't get excited from role play, and I know there are a lot of men that
Mhm,
do.
mhm.
And how do women feel? Like, is that something that's, and again, it's probably on the individual, but how do you feel about role playing and dressing up as a maid or the schoolgirl or whatever your man may be asking for?
Well, you got to do
Probably.
that thing and be butt naked with an apron on in the kitchen cooking bacon. Ain't that what he said?
What? I mean, if I could get it that way, ain't nothing wrong with it.
I mean,
Uh,
Yeah, but I think that if you anticipate in it, like you already know that you guys are gonna have sex, and then you come out of the room in the out the bathroom with the lingerie, and that's not something that really turns you on. Then how about when you come home from work, like Sheree said, she's standing butt naked with an apron on, cooking dinner. As soon as you walk in the door, that could be a form of her having lingerie, and then you appreciating it because it's like a shock. Like, oh shit.
like I said, you get my full applause. My work day has just gotten better. Hell yeah.
I'm not
I
saying.
stress is gone and I got a
Listen,
meal and
listen,
dessert.
listen, listen. You're not getting ready to get my card with work from my sister. I'm just saying. I'm just putting it out there to the audience.
Okay. Well, audience, how do you feel? Fellas, if you come home and your wife is home, standing hi, honey, butt naked with an apron on and a plate of food in her hand, how do you feel? I mean, that's a no-brainer. That's win-win-win.
I was just saying, like, as opposed to the actual leading
Because
up to sex.
that's not lingerie, which you don't like, but it's still something. But
Right.
then at the same time, if this is my thing, if you have a
Yes, Dave. Yes, Dave. Now that scenario would be dynamite. Yes, Dave. Yes, indeed.
see, if you have a partner who doesn't
Mm,
really care for lingerie, this is what I would suggest. And if in the case like you said that it's not really something that really entices their partner, but because it makes the woman feel a particular way, then I would ask that she would just wear that around while you're watching a movie or whatever she's doing,
look,
because it makes you feel some kind of way. Because see, putting on lingerie and then popping out the bathroom, like, I don't know about that. You know what I
Right.
mean?
That's how I feel. Because then you already ready. He's not
Right.
into it,
You
and so
just,
he like basically take that shit off.
but then it doesn't if she put it on though, it don't necessarily mean that she wants to be intimate. It just means that she's feeling sexy right now. Because remember, that's not what he likes. So this is for her.
I
Right.
mean,
But here's
I
the
think it's
deal.
a.
Okay. So let me play devil advocate with that. And I'm not talking about you, Dave
Okay.
Cunningham.
Okay.
Please. I'm
All
just
right.
saying a random couple. A man does not like lingerie. Okay, so
Right.
he's sitting down, she watching football or playing a game or watching a movie, and she's walking around the house in lingerie, and she's doing what she's doing. Or I listen, I guarantee you that the lingerie will lure his
Well,
person that claims
well,
that they don't like the lingerie, because they don't like the lingerie right before sex. Because see,
yeah.
all that's like all like you know frilly,
Exactly.
but
So I'm gonna leave it with Dave because there is sensuality in disrobing someone, and
right,
what you're saying is so, and this is so true because men, we have a short attention span. Because my wife knows she can walk around here in lingerie. I'm gonna take the clothes off at some point, and like Dave just said, though, there is a sensuality, yeah, no cooking, bacon, naked. Exactly, Dave. Facts on that one. Uh, and you're right. That goes kind of both ways because I mean, my wife has gotten my attention real quick. If she happens to leave the room and come back in something a little more sexier.
Hmm.
I mean, the football game can go to hell. Paying the bills could go to hell. Whatever's going on outside could go to hell. I mean, so yes, it does go both ways. But I'm just and I guess I should have prefaced now that I think about it. If I know that we are getting ourselves in the mood,
Hmm.
then I don't need the clothes.
Right.
right.
So yes, in that in that
So that's
s- in
just
that
an
sense,
alternative way of thinking.
Right.
yes, I agree.
Right.
Yeah, okay, I
Okay.
But
give you that.
like, just like you said, and you said you're not into role play and stuff like that. Again, I will have to say, if just like if you came home and she answered the door with the apron on, that's you getting ready to go somewhere. So if she answered the door in something else, you know, I think whoever was on the other side of that door would probably fall in line with whatever the
Mm,
costume was.
hmm
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna go back. Yeah, you're right. TJ. Yeah, that high grease will get you. But I do want to go back. Monica asked a great question.
Okay.
Do men like to be undressed? And I'm going to jump down here. Yeah. So Dave hit it on the head. I mean, we like to be undressed too. No question. It's definitely sexy to have your, whether it be your wife or those who may be dating or whatever it may be. I don't care if the opposite sex or even the same sex. If that's the person
Your
that you're
part.
into, yeah, your
Mm-hmm.
partner. Hell yeah, men like to be undressed. And I mean, do it slow though. Now, like, let's not rush. Let me get my arm stuck in my shirt or and get my ankles stuck in my pants. And yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah, I want nice and slow. We ain't no different. Just saying.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
yes,
That was a good
Monica.
question. Thank you, Monica. That
Yeah,
was a good
thank you,
question.
Monica.
Yeah, that
Great
was good.
question.
So
absolutely.
how do you if your significant other, partner, wife, whoever, um has a higher or a lower sex drive that falls under one of
Right.
yeah.
I'm just gonna
I
leave
know
that one
that's
there.
okay.
Dave, I hope Shannon is not with you. Because I know you catching the pot upside the head. I'm gonna go ahead.
So what if your significant other has a higher sex drive or a lower sex drive than you? You know, maybe they're not always as in the mood, or they're in the mood too much. How do you balance that, Shireen? What do we tell people about being with someone who is, as I put it, unequally yoked?
Now, you got me feeling away now. But I'm gonna let Shireen answer. I don't know that unequally yoked thing, but go ahead,
Girl,
Shireen.
I'm with you on that one. I mean, Dame on that one, girl. Listen, no, I mean, because I think really, truly, I think barely do couples find a match with them and their, sexual desire. I think it probably teeter totters. So, and this, I'm talking long term relationship too, not just, different relationships. But, if again, with your partner, and then this is the situation that you got to, first of all, you got to really check your situation to see what's going on, because it could be, a medical situation. It could be because of some type of prescription drugs that people are on, and sometimes drugs that folks ain't telling you they on. And believe it or not, it could be some of the foods that you eating. Some of the foods, listen, they make your body parts taste like certain things. People say that, and then you be like, dang,
Mm-hmm.
did you? Yes, that is a thing. So,
Yeah.
Asparagus? No.
Yeah.
exactly.
Hey,
Okay.
that's a whole nother conversation. That's a whole nother conversation. No.
But no, I'm saying, but see, that's hard to answer that question though. Like when you say if they're, one wants it more than the other, it's going to be degrees of that in a relationship if you're in it for the long haul. So
Mm-hmm.
you're going to have to work out.
Am I still here?
I was about to say we can't hear you, Shireen. We lost you for a second.
Oh,
There you go.
okay. I said, I'm sorry. Everybody and their grandmother trying to come over here and call me and everything else. So, um, but no, it just really, so that's what I mean. If you're in that with that person for a long period, then you got to look at it from that aspect first. Is a medical reason? Is it because of medications that someone may be on? And again, you got to look at your environment, because stress too also adds to that.
Mm,
Different people's financial situation can add to their ability to want to be intimate with somebody. Um, it can be a number of things, especially when you
right.
talk about somebody you with term. So
Mm-hmm.
the most important thing you can do is make sure you talk to your person about it, because
Agreed.
y'all need to try to work on that. Maybe you can do some, listen, I don't want to get no, you can do some, you can watch some porn together, or you can help them help themselves if you don't really feel like helping themselves in certain ways. You can help them relieve themselves if you want to. I mean, there are different, it depends on the relationship with the partner, and what you're willing to do for them.
Okay.
Right.
So
All right.
everything
Well, that's
doesn't
good. Good.
have this. So
So
We
I'm
had
going
a
to go
couple
because
of
it right. There
questions.
was a couple of questions here that I wanted to go back to. So
okay.
one, so Dave had mentioned lights can be either way because I believe Monica early on said men lights on or off.
Oh, okay.
Uh, some people feel a
I
way
think men
about
don't care about the lights. I think that's a woman thing, right? Because men
yeah.
don't care about
Look,
lights.
hell
I think.
no. I agree. And we're going to
And
go
it don't.
down.
And I know some people, some women prefer the lights off.
Right.
For
And
personal reasons.
But
But
I know if I
your
had a
eyes,
dude who preferred to
girl,
like,
it don't matter. Your eyes gonna be flickering anyway. So hey,
right, that's what
hey,
I'm saying. So you're gonna see some type of light. It could be
off.
bright light or dark light. You're gonna see the light.
You gonna be cross-eyed in a minute anyway, so it don't
Right.
matter.
Right. and I wanted to also go down. So Tisha also had a great question. Men, do you trust your wife to blindfold you?
Mhm.
So
Good
and for me,
question, Tisha.
look, I'm adventurous, and I mean, the worst that's gonna happen is she gonna get half Eddie. So I mean, I'm all in. I'm 50% in. So go ahead, blindfold me and tie me up, partner. Saddle up, let's go. I mean, I'm already in it. All you gonna do is get half. So let's do it. No problems here.
What about handcuff?
Hey, sign me up. Do you need a waiver? Do you need me to sign a waiver? Oh no, we married. Don't
You need
matter.
a safe word.
Yeah.
Look, no, I don't need no safe word. Break me. Break me, cowgirl. Go ahead. Buck 'em. Listen, just saying.
And see, and that's good because you know what? I know there are a lot of men who will not allow their woman to blindfold them.
Nah,
They
again.
they are not for the shenanigans. And then you want to talk about handcuffs?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because then
That's trust.
she said pineapple.
Pineapple.
Pineapple. Right, because look, so if you are talking about toys and sensuality, because if you blindfold and you're handcuffed, that means you're giving up your sense of control. So
Yes.
then, you can be, touch, whether it's light, fingers, feathers, just different sexual stimuli that will actually, help enhance. Why
Well,
am I not a sex?
I
How?
mean, I'll be honest with you. Like for me though, I
Y'all
think
feel
it
like
helps.
Yeah.
It helps continue to build that trust though too though. Like
Mhm.
in the most intimate way, and this is like really like a way that men really because look, this is called that's the most vulnerable you're gonna probably get a man
Right.
willingly cuff me. Like so, I'm really giving into all of that trust and all of that, and I'm giving myself to you in those moments of ecstasy and pleasure, and I mean, like, do it, sign me up. Like, don't be scared. Just don't be well, there has to be something in that disclosure though. Like we're not sticking anything into any orifices that are not your body parts going into my orifices type thing. If that
Oh,
makes
so
sense.
we get back to no anal beads.
A check.
Mhm.
Right. No, yeah. Just leave the back
Oh,
door closed.
so what about an anal plug?
No,
a
Shireen.
what?
No. No, Shireen.
A
No.
what?
No. Mm-mm.
I told you, look, we're not mature enough for that. We are
No.
definitely not mature enough for
No.
that.
We got
But
to leave the back door
maybe
closed.
people in our audience have tried that, and some people are not as closed-minded as you would think. You know what I mean?
Right. I agree. There's probably a lot more people, and maybe in our audience, that are far more adventurous than Lisa or I. So even I,
The
Dave, I'm going to
plug
pray.
for woman. You first, Dave. You first.
Yeah. Yeah. Dave, I'm gonna sit over here. I'm gonna let you marinate on that one, bro.
We
I'm
about
gonna,
to do hashtag pray for Dave. Look,
yeah, definitely. I'm gonna slide over.
right.
So we had talked about something. No,
The butt
well, I
plug
mean,
mess you up.
yeah, it did. That Dave really fucked me up with that one. Like, I lost my whole train of thought. Like, I don't even. So, sensuality and sexuality, Shireen,
Mhm.
those two are different, but they go hand in hand. Correct?
Yes, they are different, but yes.
Okay, so can you educate? Because I, as a man, like to me, like it's all one thing. And I
Right.
think I'm asking this question from a man's perspective. Like maybe educate us a little bit because that word kind of goes into a lot of different things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm.
Okay. So, sexuality is really about your. Okay, I'm gonna give you the definition.
Okay.
Sexuality is about biological, physiological, sociological, and spiritual aspects of life that affect your personal development and interpersonal relations. It also includes physical intimacy, such as intercourse, as well as self image, self esteem, body image, and one's own concepts of love.
Okay.
That's sexuality.
Hmm.
So, sensuality means relating to the body and the senses.
Hmm.
So, um, this is different from the intellect or spirit. So, it also means your body or your sensory pleasures. So, that's the difference between sexuality and sensuality. Sensuality is about experiencing it and expressing yourself through your senses. And some of the ways you might like, what is that? Like watching the sunset. You know,
Hmm.
for some people, that's a visual stimulation, and it's sensual. That's
Right.
something intimate that you share with somebody because you may just, whatever it is that you're doing, taking a bath with somebody. You just don't take baths with anybody. I hope folks ain't doing that. Hey man, to each his own.
Right. Right.
Um, I mean, just like singing to someone, that is a part of expressing your sensuality, because
Hmm.
again, you're using your senses to share and express yourself. So sexuality is what you think, you believe, your experiences, and what you think love is, and sensuality is how you express it.
And
So,
experience it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because soft music, the mood, candlelight, soft
Can all of
music,
that sensual.
because then yeah, it
Yeah.
gets you because you're listening, the melody of the music, maybe sensual, the room, the sight, feel.
Yes.
Does whipped cream add into the I was just asking, huh? Okay, did you whipped cream? Asking for a
Hey,
friend.
you
You
just can't
are
eat too much. You just can't eat too much dairy in one sitting, though. Just eat.
Okay.
well, some people do use whipped cream, strawberries, things like that, as a part of sensuality to get, arousal. Y'all never
Hmm.
did that? Okay.
Well, see, I'm kind of partial to that personally, because you can't put all that sweet stuff near your body parts, because then you'll be going to see somebody a couple days later, because
Mm.
it usually will, all that sugar and stuff like
Ah,
that should not be close to your vagina,
yeah.
because that's where how yeast infections are created.
I
So
was I just going to speak out of turn too. I was like, "Yep,
yeah,
you making that bread.
so
Don't
you
want to do
gotta
that."
be careful with all that sweet kind, like you can put on your stomach and all up here and all that right there, but down in
Hmm.
that part,
Hmm.
it really
Hmm.
should not be there. It really
At
should.
least that's sticky.
Right, and I do want to go
I'm
back to it
not
because
gonna
Chanel.
answer what I'm getting ready to say because you're about to be sticky anyway. But anywho,
Mm, okay.
I'm only playing. Go ahead. Mhm.
No, I was just going to say because I want to go back because I think Chanel brought up a good point too, and that was really why I also asked. You know,
Mhm.
just from real because I think men are more sexual in the sense
Hmm.
and women are more sensual in the sense. But
Correct.
I asked that because I do feel like what Chanel was saying though, a woman's sensuality helps to heighten a man's sexuality.
Hmm.
And I just feel that was a great point. Now, do women feel that the same way, or because I don't want to say it's rare that you find women to be more sexual. I think y'all are a little more low key sexual about how sexual you really are,
Hmm.
You say
if
Why
that
you
makes
think?
sense.
well, what does that mean?
Yeah. What did you
So
explain that?
like I mean, men, we always grunting and groaning, yeah, girl, I'm gonna get that ass, and ooh, wait till I get my hands on you, and I'm gonna do it, because that's kind of how we express.
Hmm.
W- Women, and it may be different now, but I don't really recall women talking about, yeah, boy, come here, give me that dick. I'm gonna tear that more. I'm gonna get, like I've never experienced one or two in a past life, but like that's not really something that I find women do unless you do it amongst yourselves. Your sexuality is not really expressed that way that I've
What do
seen.
you mean amongst ourselves?
I
I
was
mean,
gonna.
I don't know if y'all have that
I don't
conversation because men,
understand.
like, you know, understand what I'm saying? Like, do y'all sit there and talk about, girl, man, when I get this motherfucker home tonight, I'm
Yes.
gonna go.
Yes.
Okay, but y'all don't do it in the way that men do it. Like we're a little more public about it, in your face about it.
When you in whose face?
Oh, it could be a woman. I mean, you walking by a girl, and you know what I'm saying. Even we don't know you. come here, girl, let me get that. Men just talking
Oh
all
no,
type of shit and sexuality and
Oh,
sexual ways.
that's yeah, that's borderline
no,
misogyny.
y'all trying to do some random. I'm talking about like if
Right,
you got
random, like you told, like, because you're confusing me. So are you saying catcalling or with your wife or with your significant other?
Well,
Because
I
there's
mean,
a
it
difference
starts out. It starts out as
between
catcalling.
catcalling.
It does start out as catcalling, but even with my wife, like sometimes I know I'll say to her, "Girl, wait till I get my hands on you later," or
Okay.
when you understand what I'm saying? Even so, but I don't find her saying to me, "Boy, when you get home tonight, or when you get in that door tonight, or when I see you late," like I don't see women expressing their sexuality in that manner.
okay, note
That
to say,
just may not be who she is, but
yeah,
women do express themselves. I know I do.
yes, I was gonna say yes, women do. And again, it just it's how you communicate with your. You know what I
That's what I
mean?
was like. Mhm.
If y'all talk to each other like that, then I would talk to my dude like that. I'd be like, yo, you know what? When you get home, let me tell you that thing gonna have to go to work or whatever it is.
Right.
Whatever it is.
Okay.
So that's what I mean. I think I don't know. Maybe, and if that's not being said, then maybe it's not something that your significant other would know that it would make a difference.
Mm,
You know what I mean?
okay.
Because
It's-
again, people just you just don't do stuff because you know
We wasn't raised like that.
oh, we gotta go on being raised like that.
no
No, it's
I'm
true. I
just
think that the black community, that when it comes to women, we are taught to be sexually regressive when it comes to women. You know what I'm
absolutely
saying? And that's the way that we are raised, because boys will be boys, right? But girls, they can't express themselves sexually unless you'll be called a name. You're a
oh
Mm,
hoe, you're this, you're that. But if you go and you knock down 10 or 12 of them, your father like, yeah, that's my boy, that's my
yeah.
boy. But a woman, the way that unfortunately that we were raised, we, especially now, I think we're getting away from that with the younger generation, but we were raised to be sexually regressive.
mm.
Yeah.
Good point. Yeah. I again, you bring up valid points that you're right, and I mean, I guess, well, I can only speak about me because I don't have a son, and you're right. You raise your daughters to be uh that princess or that that good girl.
Raise your
Uh,
daughters and not thinking that somebody gonna be blowing out their back when they about 20 some years old too, when that's the truth. And that's why we
uh,
telling these children that, okay.
so thank you, Shireen, for bringing my reality to reality.
Look,
No, I'm
Sheree, and
saying,
I added your face.
no, I'm just saying because, you know, I mean, this is a different conversation too, because I always say, a lot of times when people have children, it changes the direction of their life and the person that they choose to be in their life. And, if that hadn't happened, who knows where they would have had to been or what would have had to happen. But, you kind of stop in your tracks and you become a parent now.
Hmm.
So then you kind of stop growing in other places. So by the time your kids get of, and even during that time, because if you're in a relationship, then you and your spouse are barely having sex because you don't want the kids to know that y'all doing it.
Mm,
You don't
mm.
want to normalize mommy and daddy having sex like it's a secret. It's something wrong. It's something, you know. But so I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah.
It
It's
is, because
She
that's
dropped
the
a
way
couple
the
of
black
nuggets right there.
community is. That's the way the
Yeah.
black community. I hope that we're moving past that, and we should normalize sex and should normalize and don't be demonizing, especially black women for
right,
their sexual experiences as they're getting older, and labeling them, because this is why we have so much misogyny in the world, because women are human beings just like anyone else.
right,
And
True.
just because you a man, that old way of thinking is gone. Because listen, we all out here having sex. Like, you know how you say, of course you don't want to think of your daughter like that, and your daughter don't want to hear, you
Right.
and
Right.
her mom.
Right.
But
Right.
it's the same thing though, because we raise women to be sexually repressive.
I don't mean to laugh. And Monica said, "Oh, quiet sex feel like a heart attack could happen." Look, I mean, great. I mean, great points. And
Yeah,
yes,
but you gotta let your kids, you don't want to be all wild and rambunctious with it and disrespectful, but it is what it is. You see there's other households that you'll never see the parents kiss or touch or anything
true.
like that. And then
Right,
you get in other households and dad stay smacking mom on the butt while she frying the
right,
chicken
Right.
and stay kissing her and hugging her. So we
right.
have those, it's just that fine line, I think.
That fine line. Yeah, I agree. Wow. Well, I'm going to take a second. If anybody, in our audience, anybody watching, don't be shy. If you have any question or anything you want to ask or any comments you want to share, please go ahead and feel free to share them. I appreciate all your energy tonight and all of you joining us here tonight. It's been amazing. And again, I'm getting to that point. I feel like I'm losing my voice. Oh boy, here we go.
You can't fake it. They can't. Costa Rican men can't fake it.
Not true.
They
Not
can.
true.
Yes, they can. Yes,
Yes, they can.
and
Oh,
yes, they
oh,
do.
okay,
Yes, they
okay.
can. Yes,
Yes,
they
they
can.
How? Because
and yes, they
you need to see the finished product. So how?
Well,
uh,
I'll let if you want to examine it, go ahead.
right.
I
Because
mean,
you know,
oh, they faking ejaculation, fake busting,
yep,
getting off. Yeah, that's what we talking about, Dave.
yep,
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean,
Okay, this never happened. I don't know
I
Especially
mean,
because
them,
go ahead, Shereen.
condom. I said, especially if he's using the condom. He, girl, that's a whole other thing. Unless you're gonna go over there and inspect it.
I mean, yeah, I
well, I
mean,
probably wouldn't, care as long as
no, I mean, but like sometimes men get tired too. Like sometimes it's like it's
women take it too.
right. I
Women
mean,
take
but
it too.
sometimes you get a vehicle or a person that you think like is going to be that, and then it's not all that, and then you just want to get done.
You want to be done.
You want to be done.
Well, that's true, but that comes from talking all that shit.
Well, now I
No,
mean,
Lisa, you ain't never been with no dude like after a month or 6 weeks or something. You be like, nah, this ain't gonna work.
Yeah,
hell,
Okay,
sometimes
I'm not a
after
snitch. I'm not a
after
snitch.
the first
So
time.
yeah,
you said the first time. Sometimes you
I'm,
got to give
I'm
people
not a
more than
long
one.
hauler. I'm
now look,
sorry.
sometimes you only one time is more than enough because you just know this some
What?
bullshit right here.
I'm sorry.
People
Sharice
have
talking
performance
something else.
anxiety
I'm sorry.
sometimes.
What happened?
I said people have performance anxiety sometimes.
That is
Oh, that's
true.
true.
Now
So
That's
that
you
true.
is
so you got to
performance
give them more than one
anxiety.
time.
Yeah. But I mean, you do, I guess, you give them more than one time, right? But on the second time, then we just gonna call it trash and we're gonna move on. Because if it's
Well, you got a
trash, you
point.
can't get like 4, 5, 6 turns on this now.
No, no, homie.
Like what we gotta call it what it is. And that goes both ways. I'm not just saying, that goes both ways because it could be, you know, performance
Right.
anxiety, then you go,
Okay.
okay, you okay?
And
You all
all right,
right?
all right. So
Everything
I
okay?
give you that.
You know,
Right. You go for a second. You go for a second test drive, and if it's still trash, then you just take the garbage out.
it's trash.
You
Yeah,
know. You see, Monica's nice. She give you three strikes. I
Monica
don't know.
said 3 strikes. Okay, God bless you, sister. God bless
right.
Right.
you. Yeah.
And I want to go back because
3 strikes?
Tisha
What,
brought.
3? Sheree?
Hmm.
Okay.
Hey. Uh,
Okay.
yeah, and I just want to go. I'm sorry, Tisha, if I kind of went over here. I do agree. I think there needs to be a balance. What Lisa was saying between what you show your children.
Yes.
That your parents love each other, and that you're not all, trying to be all up in the bedroom business out there either. So I
Yeah,
agree,
Oh
that's
yeah.
and
true. Mm-hmm.
I agree
Mm-hmm.
with that. Just
Mm-hmm.
wanted to go back because I glossed over that, and
Mm-hmm.
Kind of jokingly, joked over it too. But I
yeah,
mean, absolutely, there are some regards that you have while you are, of course, depending on your children's ages. But at the
right.
same time, you still got to find a way again to take care of one another. And like, who was that? Monica said the silent heart attack.
I love it.
That's silent
Yeah,
sex. Yes, girl. Yes.
yeah. It's kind of hard holding your breath or keeping your mouth cupped or
Or
putting your
trying
mouth
to
in a
keep
pillow.
your head from making noise. Okay.
What's well, I know so I stay in trouble
I'm
because
just saying.
I know
You
I can care less who was in the house. I didn't care if your mama was in the house, kids in the house.
Men usually don't care.
Nah, none, no filter. And if you get mad with me, then why we doing it? Like, don't
Right.
be sitting here talking about let's do it, and then I gotta be quiet. What kind of shit is that? I gotta be quiet. What kind of shit is that? I don't want to be quiet. I worked all day, damn it. Want to get this off my chest and off some other parts of my body. Why be quiet? People listening. Oh God,
pray
God,
for Dave. Pray for
boy.
Dave.
I just hope I don't get put out tonight. I
No,
ain't
he
had
was
dinner yet.
sober. That happened a couple of
Yeah,
questions ago in the little beginning.
just saying, man. I ain't had dinner yet. It's gonna be a long ass night. Well,
Well, you can take,
Well,
listen, you ain't had dinner. You can still have a chance to put that apron on. What's up?
or put
I
that
mean, you know
tool belt
what?
on. Look, put that
Look,
tool belt on in your Tim's, brother.
Man,
look here. Look, I'm about to say, yo, I got them Tims upstairs. They going to put the Tims on in the belt, let it hang, sis. Uh, nah, Shell, we about to go to work. I'm about to be Tim the Tool Man up in here with them Tims on.
And that
About to do some
two-time
drilling.
champ.
Yeah, you understand? Start doing some drilling in here tonight, boy. Watch out. Crazy.
Yeah.
Whoo, man, it's
Okay.
too much. Well,
Woo. Okay.
I think we're coming around to that point. You know, if no one else in the audience has anything they want to share, well, I should ask Shireen or Lisa. Do you have anything else you want to share or comment on?
No, I think that
No.
it was very enlightening. Of course, my sister Shireen, always a good time.
always.
You know, uh, I enjoyed it. You know, I love it.
No. I look. I love.
Contact hello.com. Look, he got
Yeah.
rid of that quick.
Hell you. You saw. I'm sitting there like, yo, move that, move that. What are you doing? Move that, move that. Get that out of here. What are you doing?
Dave,
You
okay.
know, real talk. We will be continuing to have these conversations with our resident sexologist. You know, Shireen. Yeah, she'll be in the building, and we'll be here doing this on and off throughout the season. And again, so stay tuned, look out for that. And if you guys have any questions, sex talk questions or battle of the sexes question or anything like that, feel free to shoot us an email at vp2mikes up@gmail.com. And let me put that in the comments, vp2mikes up. So feel free if you have anything you want to talk to us about for an upcoming show, let us know. Before I go, Shireen, I don't know. I want to give you a few moments. Do you have anything that you do specifically outside of your regular 9 to 5 that involves sex talk and sexology? Do you come visit folks or do you have online classes or conversations? Look, I don't know. Look. My sister here. I want to make sure if this is something that she do on the side. Look, we all about hustle, hustle,
You
hustle
do
up in
house
here.
calls, Serene. No, no.
I do appreciate that. You know what? I would not to say I do parties. Okay.
Okay.
So in those parties, sometimes it ends up being counseling sessions because
Okay.
again, talking about different people and the different circumstances that are going on in their life, and no two circumstances are the same. So, and anytime I talk to anybody about their business, they always remain confidential. I will never, reveal who they are. I may talk about a story, but I will never identify any of those individuals that I have ever talked with or have shared stories with myself. So just I want people to know that as well. Um, I can just say that again, I've been doing this, for with Pure Romance for about 6 years now. I've been in the business a little longer than that. Um, because it's just something that I enjoy. And I really think that we don't take the time, in our community. I wanted to be the next Dr. Ruth, and I'm still on,
Come on, girl.
you know,
Yes.
still on that journey because, we just don't take the time in our community to really talk about, sensuality and sexuality in a healthy way. And I think it just, I can't, I'm just one person, but, you never know what you can do. So, that's what I do. And I just try and pass that knowledge on to those that want to hear it. So I
Well,
thank you for the opportunity. I truly do. I appreciate you all reaching out to me, Lisa. I thank you so much for letting me be a part of this. I truly appreciate it. Thank
And
you.
well,
Michelle wants to know how can
right.
we order the toys? Where can we
Okay.
get the toys?
I will give you my link. I'll provide that to you. I should have had it ready for this occasion, but I just wanted to talk. I just want us to talk and get to know. But I can tell you this: the next time when I do give you the link, I'll make sure I give you a percentage so that if you put in 2 mics, you'll get an extra discount on your order. So
Okay.
Okay.
I got to work.
Okay.
Sign me up.
Yeah, on the
So
back.
so you all heard it here.
I'll have
So
something like that. We could talk about a couple of toys and what they can do. So
definitely not a problem at all. So you all heard it here. We're gonna have our lovely sister back, our sexologist, our in-house resident,
amen.
and we'll bring back some toys and some information for you all to participate and have the opportunity to obtain some toys and different information from Shireen. So thank you again, Shireen. I look forward to having you back on with us and rocking with us again.
Absolutely.
It's been a great show. I'm
Thank you.
sorry. Yeah. Oh, no question. No question, sis. Leash, before we go, anything?
I'm spent. I have nothing left. This show was absolutely awesome. I loved it. I had a good time. I learned a few things. I will mature eventually. So, we'll get there. But I did. I thought it was a good show. So yes.
Well, I cannot say enough. I thought it was an excellent show. Audience, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for taking out and tuning in, rocking with us again as we get crazy and have some fun, some authentic fun here on Two Mics Up. Feel free to check out our last episode, which dropped Monday. Spicy never tasted so good. You really going to go out and get this hot sauce. You really have no idea how good this is. And there's a special 15% off code at the end. So stay tuned for that and go order yourself some hot sauce. We'll be back Monday, brand new episode. As always, you can follow Two Mics Up online at www.twomicsup.com. You can follow us across our social media, IG, Facebook, and Twitter, and YouTube now at Two Mics Up. And if you haven't, go over to our YouTube channel, Two Mics Up, all one word. Hit that subscribe button down at the bottom. Hit the bell. Make sure that you get all of those notifications as we continue on. And before I go, I also want to thank, our two newest sponsors, Regina Leggett of Legal Shield and DJ Coco Brown, coming to you straight out of the Philadelphia, Delaware area. Regina is a Legal Shield Independent Associate. And if you're worrying about legal problems or need legal advice or representation, the days of not being able to an attorney are long gone. Contact Regina Leggett at reginaleggett.wearelegalshield.com and start receiving, all the service for the justice that you deserve. And last but not least, our newest sponsor, DJ Coco Brown, as I said, she's based out of the Delaware, Philadelphia area, but she does travel. She's been down here to the DMV, rock some parties for us here in the DMV. She's known for her old school meets new school vibes. Guaranteed to rock the party. Check her out and contact her at DJ uh, Chanel Brown at gmail.com. I apologize. And again, thank you to our sponsors. What you got here? Yep. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yes, exactly, Chanel. Thank you all again for tuning in. Have a great evening. And as always, stay safe, stay blessed. Mike's out.